Well, actually, I think I'm more happy to be over here. Okay, we're in for a little humor. I hope everybody's ready to laugh. I remember I dressed a table that had front row seats last year. They're not here this year because they didn't laugh loud enough. Okay, let's start off with the man who's in the library. Well, I know this man. He watches a lot of TV in his library. And this particular day, he was watching porn. And all of a sudden, guess what? His wife walked in. So he quickly flipped the buzzer and he put on the fishing channel. The minute he walked out, he put the porn back on. Now she walks in again. And he doesn't have time to change the channel. So she said to him, "Honey, why don't you leave the porn channel on? You already know how to fish." I had a friend, Marty Rabb. We used to swap jokes all the time. Unfortunately, Marty is no longer with us, so in his memory, I would like to tell one of his favorite stories. It seems to be there was this woman. She was a good deeder, a good doer. She had her car, and in her car, she was always picking up bedpans, crutches, walkers, anything that people didn't need anymore, and she would distribute it to people who couldn't afford to buy it. So this one day, she had this car, I forgot about the car. She had this car with a big bumper sticker on it that said, "I love Israel." And on it had a big Jewish star. Well, she's driving along, and she runs out of gas. But she knows there's a gas station that's only a couple of blocks away. So she proceeds to the gas station and she says to the manager, "Could you give me a tank of gas? I ran out of gas." He said, "Lady, I'd love to help you, but I gave away my last tank to the person that just came by." She says, "Oh, not to worry." She goes back to the car and she takes out a bedpan. Now she takes the bedpan back to the gas station. And she says, "Give me a gallon of gas in the bedpan." So he fills the bedpan with gas and she sloshes over to the car. And there's two young men that are watching what she's doing. She unscrews the cap of the car and she proceeds to pour the gas from the bedpan into the automobile. Now one of the guys said to the other, "This I gotta see. If this car starts, I'm converted." Well, that was Marty's joke. Anyway, I want to talk about this woman who had a son, Sheldon, who went away and she didn't hear from him for months and months. Finally, Sheldon called and said, "Hi, Mom." She said, "Sheldon, where are you?" He said, "I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico." He said, "I've been living on an Indian reservation now for 6 months." She said, "You have?" He said, "Yes, as a matter of fact, I called because I wanted to tell you I'm getting married to an Indian princess. Her name is Sitting Pretty. And I'm taking an Indian name too. I'm going to be Sitting Boo. Would you like to take an Indian name?" She said, "Sure. I'll be Sitting Shiva and your father will be Taka Sugar." See, this routine has only stories. Some of it is funny, some of it is just all good. It's just stories. Anyway, what my newest story is about, I have a cousin that bought a house in New Jersey, and he was right on the shoreline. And he lived in that house for 25 years. And every time he looked out from that house, he saw the skyline of Manhattan. He said, "Someday I'm going to live in Manhattan." Anyway, he couldn't take the snow shoveling, the leaf raking, and the grass cutting, and he sells the house. Now he goes out and he buys a house on the 22nd floor in Manhattan, a condominium. He calls in a decorator, she decorates the house, it's gorgeous. In the house, there's ceiling to floor windows. He said, "This is fabulous. Look at this house. What a view." He had some view. You know what his view was? New Jersey. I just told a cute little story before. I think it's worth repeating. It's about some man that we knew. His name was Cohen. And Mr. Cohen decides he wants to play golf in a restricted golf club. So he goes through the membership list, and he sees a man by the name of Cowan. He said, "I bet you we're related." So he calls up Mr. Cowan and he said, "Hello, Mr. Cowan? My name is Mr. Cohen. I think we're related." He said, "I don't think we're related." He said, "My name is Cowan, and I'm Episcopalian. And my father before me was also Cowan, and he was also an Episcopalian. And my grandfather, Oliver Shullum, he was also an Episcopalian." There's this little story about this woman. She goes into a drugstore and she sees a druggist and she says, "I'd like to buy some cyanide." He said, "What do you need cyanide for?" She says, "I'm planning on murdering my husband." He said, "I can't sell you cyanide. You can't do that. You'll go to jail." She said, "I want to buy the cyanide." He said, "Well, I'm not going to sell you the cyanide. You're going to have to go somewhere else." So he says, "So what is it that you need to buy the cyanide?" She says, "My husband's been running around." She said, "Let me take out this picture and let me show you this picture." And in the picture is her husband and the druggist's wife. "Oh," he said, "you didn't tell me you had a prescription." Another little story about a rabbi and a bus driver, and they both pass on, and they wait at St. Peter's Gate, and St. Peter comes out, and he tells the bus driver, "You come here with me." So the rabbi looks at him and says, "You're picking a bus driver over me? I'm a rabbi. You should take me in first." He said, "Well, let me tell you, it's like this. When you speak, everybody sleeps. When he drives, everybody prays." I think you've heard some of the best tonight, and I'll come back and we'll do some more.